What's up, guys? I'm Jessica.
And I am Joe.
And we are here to deliver you this week's #Newsfeed.
And Jessica, happy belated birthday. You've been gone a couple of weeks now.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm 26. I'm old.
Oh, 26. What a kid. Anyway, we're going to be talking about a Marvel movie, now turned TV show. We're going to be talking about, well, confirming a story we had last week about Deadpool's director. Game of Thrones actress is going to be going to a galaxy far, far away. And a classic anime has a dope-ass trailer. Let's get to it.
For those of you who are fans of Game of Thrones, Emilia Clarke, the Queen of Dragons herself, is going to be in the brand new Han Solo film, but it's not yet named, but it's still confirmed that she's going to be in the new movie.
Yes, late this week we got confirmation from StarWars.com that Emilia Clarke will be in the film. Now there's wild speculation going around with who she's going to be playing in the film, all the way from Obi-Wan Kenobi's lover to, you know, a former lover of Han Solo himself.
What if she's Princess Leia?
She's not Princess Leia. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
But we don't know who she's gonna be, but let the speculation run wild. I'm excited to see her in a movie of, you know what, there's a lot of Game of Thrones alums in Star Wars. We had Brianna Tarth in The Force Awakens.
Oh yeah.
We also had Jojen, I think his name is Jojen on Game of Thrones. He met up with Bran Stark. He's also in The Force Awakens. So we're starting to see more and more of these people. And the fact is, it's a smart move on Emilia Clarke's part, mainly because Game of Thrones only has 2 seasons left, and it's only going to be 8 episodes, and then it's going to be, all right, we got to go find work again. But now she's playing the long game. She's in it for Star Wars, which is, I mean, that's a moneymaker.
Yeah, that's 2 big franchises that she's with, and she just did that rom-com, not romantic comedy, that romantic movie.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name, but she falls in love with paraplegic, and she's his nanny. They end up falling in love. I can't remember the name of it, but she's branching out.
She was also in Terminator.
Oh yeah.
Which didn't make a lot of money, but hey, didn't make a lot of waves either. But we know this Han Solo movie is projected to do well, and people are loving what the Star Wars anthology movies can be. Rogue One's gonna be coming out very soon. So we'll get to see what our first non-Star Wars episode titled movie is going to be. But now we know Emilia Clarke's part of it, and I'm all for it.
Boom. To confirm our story a few weeks ago on that #Newsfeed, it's official. David Leitch is going to be the director of the new Deadpool sequel.
That's right, we did talk about this a few weeks ago. Now, if you're unfamiliar with his work, he was the director of John Wick. He's also a stunt coordinator.
Stuntman, actor, I feel like he's done it all.
He's done it all, so he knows, he probably gets this character. Now, the biggest reason why the previous director, Tim Miller, left is because of he had a clash with Ryan Reynolds, whether it had been about casting, and Ryan Reynolds wanted more of a stylized film and Tim Miller wanted more of an action film. So maybe we'll get that stylized film now.
Is that the actor's decision though?
Not anymore, but Ryan Reynolds has such a big stake in this, because I think he's one of the co-EPs of this, or an executive producer on this.
That makes sense then.
That
okay.
he's getting to make these decisions. Cool. And with Tim Miller's help, he was one of the ones that brought this back to being what it is.
For sure. And if he was replaced, it would not even be Deadpool anymore. I think he's fabulous. So cool. That makes sense.
I'm excited. You know what? I love John Wick. I'm excited for John Wick 2. And if we can get anything like how John Wick was, and merging it with what Deadpool is, I think we almost have the perfect superhero movie. Close to it, at least. Close to it.
Joe, I gotta be honest, I'm a little clueless with this whole Inhumans thing, so you just gotta
Don't worry, you're not the only one. Everyone that's watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is also clueless about the Inhumans thing. So let me break it down for you. Now, it was going to be the end of Phase 3's films. It was gonna be an Inhumans film. That is not happening anymore. Now we are gonna get that in a TV show format. So, that is a bigger question. Now, it opens up the door for Marvel's characters to come back in, because originally the Inhumans, even in the comic books, were somewhat kind of like the mutants of this world. But it seems like a deal may have been struck with Fox. Now, this is just speculation on my part, but I think it's pretty accurate. So now we're gonna get the main Inhumans, kind of the characters like Black Bolt and Crystal and all these guys, and Medusa. Crystal's not really Inhuman, but Medusa. They're going to be in Lockjaw. Lockjaw's a giant dog with powers too. We're gonna see them on a TV show format. We don't know if it's gonna be in space or here on Earth, and I know I'm rambling on a lot about this, but I'm a Inhumans fan. With that being said though, Marvel says that it's all connected, and it doesn't seem like that's the case here, because we've had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which kind of live off in their own world, and I'm sure that'll connect with the Inhumans. But the Netflix series doesn't seem like it connects to anything, and neither does the cinematic universe, the actual movies. It's hard for me to stretch this and make it all into one happy family because it's all connected. It doesn't really sound like it is all connected.
Maybe it will be eventually.
Hopefully. So
Maybe.
A lot of people are hoping that Infinity War kind of ties this all up, but from what I know on Infinity War, and you know the same people I know, we know a little bit that it doesn't seem like it's going to be all connected, which is a shame. But I'm really excited to see what the Inhumans can be on TV. And listen, you like the Netflix stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So the TV side of things on Marvel is pretty A-okay with me. I'm just not a fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I digress.
The teaser trailer for Fullmetal Alchemist came out. Joe, did you check it out?
I did check it out.
I did too. It's pretty good. I like the graphics. Obviously, it's anime, so everything is in Japanese as far as the writing goes, but I thought it was pretty cool. I'm not a big anime fan, I have to be honest.
I know. Where's Kelly when we need her, right?
I know, I suck. I'm sorry, but
that's all right. I'm dipping my toes in anime. Fullmetal Alchemist is on my list. But everything I saw of this trailer, I'm pretty impressed. And I think that's 2 back-to-back anime trailers I've been impressed by. I almost saw a shot comparison between the Ghost in the Shell anime trailer and the Scarlett Johansson Ghost in the Shell movie, and they're pretty accurate. So with this one, it looks visually stunning. I think they know what they're doing. I actually saw a Parasite trailer too, which looks really good. But this looks visually stunning, and it makes me want to watch the anime now, though.
For sure, and it's a live action, so naturally, even if you weren't a huge anime fan before, you can still get into it when you see it.
Yeah.
And there was this big, I was trying to ask like a couple of you guys, there was this big like animal dog thing that came out at the end that we don't know the name of yet, but it was so cool. That was cool. I was like, oh, I don't know. It was
I have a
the
question
graphics looks cool. I'm a big graphics fan.
All you fans out there that are anime fans, if you had to recommend Jessica and I to watch animes, just off the top of your list, like what are the essentials you should watch? Leave them in the comments below because I promise you that we will watch them. But I'm really curious to see that because we're starting to see a lot of live action anime. Things like Attack on Titan just was a live action thing that Funimation did. Then now we have Ghost in the Shell. This is gonna be Fullmetal Alchemist, and I also saw Parasite, which looked amazing. It almost feels like in Japan, you know how we have comic book movies here?
Yeah.
Like the anime movies there are gonna be like the thing, like
For sure.
So I'm really curious. So I'd like to know what animes that you'd like us to watch that are kind of your essentials that maybe might be adapted into a film, might not be, but curious to see what you say.
All right, guys, that is it for this week's #Newsfeed.
Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you so much. And we have new videos premiering all week long.
Oh, wait, before you get into that, Jessica, you saw Bad Santa.
I did.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, I did a press junket for Bad Santa 2, and it was hilarious. It had the crude humor, the raunchiness of the first Bad Santa, but actually I kind of like the second one better. I'm not a huge sequel fan, just because the originals to me are always like dear to my heart. However, with Bad Santa 2, there was a lot more character development. We see how Billy Bob Thornton's character, Willie, where he came from, you meet his mom, you see kind of the dynamic of why he is the way he is, and so it gave us more of a background. So I love the film. So for you guys who love raunchy Christmas movies, or really the only one that exists, be sure to check out Bad Santa 2 because it was hilarious.
Who was your favorite interview?
It was a cross between Billy Bob Thornton and Kathy Bates. They're both, everybody was lovely, but those two are amazing to me.
Let's cut to a clip of you and Billy Bob.
Have you ever had anybody in your life like Thurman Merman?
No, I think I've been the Thurman Merman in a couple of relationships, maybe, you know. I remember a guy who was older as far as I was concerned, and I was already late teens, but this neighbor I had, he was this divorced guy who was always drinking beer and real pessimistic and, you know, kind of cynical about life, you know, and he used to sit in the backyard and tell me life lessons and everything, you know, and I would just kind of sit there and go, oh, okay.
Awesome. You sold me on Bad Santa 2. I'm excited to see it.
Absolutely. So be sure to check that out, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and hang here for everything trending
in geek pop culture.